Man, what's up with you? It's your boy Tyrone Hunter. Back in the building with another edition of What's Really Good. Sit in front of this camera. Let me take your picture real quick. If you're new to the channel, man, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you already subscribed to the channel, man, I appreciate you rocking with your boy. You know my motto, I'm not going to hold you. You see the title, and we're going to get right back into it. Hope everybody having a good day, enjoying their Saturday, because today is Saturday. Stay safe out there and stay dry if you're in one of them areas where it's raining. But nevertheless, so now, and this topic here, it may or may not rub some people the wrong way. And I don't expect everybody to view the video. That's cool. But what we're going to be talking about today is, why is it cool being ignorant? Why is it cool not having knowledge? Why is it cool not having information? Because the thing about knowledge and information is, the more you know, the more it could better your life. So that's what we're going to be speaking about today. And I'm going to make it so clear, and I'm going to make it cool to be knowledgeable, because I'm going to give you a couple of examples so you can see how with knowledge and with information, it can actually better your life. So make sure you stay to the end of the video. Make sure you share this information with somebody you know who might want to be more knowledgeable, or who might want to be more aware or whatever. Because we don't think it's cool over here to be ignorant. So, what I find and what I've been finding is that so many people feel that it's cool to not know stuff. They think it's cool to not have knowledge. They think it's cool to be ignorant. And all ignorant means is that you have a lack of knowledge and a lack of information in regards to certain things. So let's give an example, right? And this is an example that, you know, we all could identify with. So when you have a regular person or a regular individual or somebody from the hood or live in the hood, and they take their money and go and buy a $300,000 car. Case in point, Rolls Royce. And shout out to Rolls Royce. I like the car. Is that smart, or is that cool, and is it hip? Now, because we live in a kind of society where people are labeled and people are defined, or people are deemed to be hip and cool based on what they have materialistically. So if we see somebody with a Rolls Royce that live in the hood or driving past the hood, people be like, oh man, you see that car? Oh, he doing it. Oh, he big stepping. Oh, he the man, or oh, she that deal. Sorry to disappoint you. Purchasing a $300,000 car is not a smart investment for a lot of reasons. And this is for people that's from the hood. Now, if you rich and then you in a certain tax bracket, there is a little bit more sense that could be made for somebody that's purchasing that kind of car. But for the average person that lives in the hood, $300,000 on a car that does the same thing as a $10,000 car is not a smart investment. And for me personally, I feel that that is a clear example of ignorance. No, I'm not being rude. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not trying to style on anybody that may take their money and purchase a $300,000 car. But let's look at it like this. That same $300,000 car that you could drive in, you could take that same $300,000 and buy a house that you could live in, or that your family could live in. You could take that $300,000, you could invest in stocks. You can open a business. You can use that as a down payment on a property, which is a house, that you can have people live in that will pay rent, thus putting money in your pocket. So those are the two ways in which you could spend money. You could spend $300,000 just to look good, or you could spend $300,000 that could make you $1 million over time. Or depending on your investment, you can actually take $300,000 and you could turn that into $1 million in a couple of years, depending on what you do. So that's one of the most important reasons why it's not cool to be ignorant. Because somewhere in ignorant people's mind, they think that they're smart. Another example, and this is no disrespect to nobody that do it. And this go for females and males, because we got male groupies as well as we got female groupies, right? But for the most part, if people see a female, a star, an entertainer with, let's say, a Birkin bag, a $30,000 bag, it's like, oh my God, look, that's lit. Or if you see somebody with a $5,000 jacket, $10,000 outfit, $30,000, $40,000 watch, $250,000 chain, people think that those are smart investments. But if you go back to the example that I just used a little while ago, how paying $250,000 for a chain, a watch, a bracelet, a bag, anything material is not a very smart investment. Because what you're doing is you're paying all of this money so people can look at you and say to themselves, oh, hey, he's doing good. She's doing good. I want to be like them. But people don't stop and ask themselves, what are they trying to be like, or who are they trying to be like? Why would you try to be like somebody just because they take their money to purchase expensive things that you can't afford, and that's what make you want to be like them? But you don't have the slightest clue as to what kind of person this is at the end of the day. This could be a miserable person, and they just got expensive clothes. This could be a jealous person and they got expensive clothes. This could be a violent person and they got expensive clothes. This could be a drug addict and they got expensive clothes. This could be a snake in the grass. They just have expensive clothes. This could be somebody that have no love or no loyalty for nobody. They could be the most selfish person in the world. But because they have things that are expensive, you're saying you want to be like them? That's ignorant. Don't seek to be like somebody just because you want to acquire what it is that they have. Acquire means you want to get what it is that they have. Okay? You don't have to want to be like somebody to get what they have. So that's a clear distinction. Seek to be motivated by the things that other people have and the things that other people accomplish, and set it as a goal. Be like, you know what? I want to accomplish that as well. I want to be able to own something like that as well. But don't do it just because you're following somebody else. Make it make sense. Another reason why it's not as cool as people think to be ignorant. A lot of people don't even have life insurance. A lot of people don't know what life insurance is. A lot of people don't know what a life insurance policy is. A lot of people spend a great majority of their money to look good in life, but they don't use none of that money to put up for their kids or for their family for the future. So what you have is generation upon generation upon generation upon generation of people that are poor and that are struggling because one person in the family made money, but they didn't use their money to set up nobody else or to do anything beneficial for somebody else. And that's sad. That just says it's not good to be ignorant, right? Another example. Don't seek to get in a relationship with somebody based on how they look. A lot of gentlemen out there, y'all want to get in a relationship with a female, or y'all want to start checking with a female because they have a nice body, they hair look nice, you know, they voice sounds nice. And then you get in a relationship with them. And then they break out your car windows. They key your car. Y'all get married, they divorce you, and they taking you to court and trying to take half of what you got. Y'all have kids together, and it was all good. Now that y'all break up, now she becomes one of your worst baby mothers. Or you are trying to be successful in business and you're trying to make money, you're trying to grow. But because she's so materialistic and she want you to pay for her to look good, not helping you build for the future, she become a liability. And everything that you working for or everything that you worked for, she just throwing it down the toilet. And it goes the same thing for females, you know? Don't be so quick to want to be in a relationship with a dude because you feel he got swag, because you feel he's tough, because you feel he's respected, because he has a name for himself. You don't know the first thing about that individual. You don't know if he's going to cheat on you, if he's going to beat on you, if he's going to mistreat you. But because, for the most part, we operate from an ignorant standpoint or point of view, meaning we much rather focus on our desires or what feels good to our senses, we make a lot of misinformed decisions that could turn our life upside down. And we seeing it nowadays in our culture where so many people, because drill music became popular, so many people want to make drill songs. So many people want to be sliding on and riding on the ops. Following a path of destruction because it's popular. You know how many 12, 13, and 14-year-old kids is getting killed, is getting murdered out here in these streets because they want to be gang? Ignorance destroys us more than anybody else. And you find the same thing on social media where even a conversation like this, you'll get 5 or 10 people to look at the video, to want to hear what's being said. But then a celebrity show a breast, or, you know, 2 celebrities is going at it, or, you know, what's going on right now. There's a lot of rumors and speculations about Meek Mills and you know, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, because of a lawsuit that was filed. They're questioning the sexuality of Meek Mills and stuff like that to get 1 million views. Like things that does nothing for your life, things that doesn't enhance your life. But if it's something that would make you become a better individual or challenge you to grow, you don't want the information. And that's cool. That's cool. But this is why when you get in certain positions, in certain situations and circumstances in life, you're stuck. You could have a good job Life could be going good. You could lose your job and your whole life go down the drain. And you could be out there homeless and don't know how to bounce back because you felt, and I don't need to know other things. I have this job. I'm secure. I have this income, so I'm good. That's what ignorance is about. Giving you the illusion that you don't need to search or seek out anything else. Or you don't need to have a plan B or a plan C. You don't need to pay attention or be mindful of the kind of people that you're going to have in your life. It's ignorance. You got some people, just because they don't want to be lonely, they quick to put anybody in their lives. And these people be the very ones that destroy their lives. These people be the same ones that hate on their lives. These be the same people, that make your life go down the drain. And that's okay with you because you rather be ignorant. You don't want nobody to tell you what to do. You don't want nobody to school you to the game. You don't want nobody to put nothing in your head that's going to make you a greater person. You would rather somebody tell you, go to school, get a good education so that you could get a good job, so that you could buy a house out in the suburbs and be able to take care of your wife and kids, and that's just life. Until somebody come along with some information and say, okay, so look, if you do X, Y, Z, you will become rich and you will become successful. Why do a lot of people still live in the hood? Why do a lot of people still live in low-income housing? Because they don't know that they could be doing better. You have programs out there, and this is like no matter what state you're in, you have programs out there that if you want to buy a house, you have programs out there that they will provide the funding, the money, the down payment, so that you can live in a house. If you want to start a business, they have funding out there available for you, giving you free money for you to start a business. They have so many different programs, so many different trades out there that you can utilize to get a good job, to make some money, so that you can live the kind of life that you want to live. But ignorance is more popular, So this is why I asked the question, who say that it's cool to be ignorant? Who say that it's cool to not know? A lot of dudes that's out there right now, especially dudes that's running the streets, so-called gangsters, killers, scammers, what have you. A lot of these dudes, if they had kids, don't even know how to change a baby pamper. Or will feel like they're too tough or they too cool to change their kids' pampers. And if they got a whole lot of ops, they can't walk down a block and take their kids to school. So guess what? Young lady, because you chose to be with this individual and y'all had a kid together, now you got to be the one to take the kid to school because he got too many ops. And if he's walking your kid to school, a car drive by or, he walk past the wrong people, is putting your son's life and your child and the children's life in jeopardy. But it's so many females that feel like this is the kind of individual that they want in their life. Somebody that may not even be around to help you raise your children. So this is where I get to the point and I ask the question, why is it so much cooler being ignorant? Because when you're ignorant and you don't have a lot of information, you're going to make a lot of the wrong decisions. And your life will be going downhill instead of going uphill. So do yourself a favor. Stop thinking that it's cool to be dumb, or it's cool to be ignorant, or it's cool to not know stuff, or it's cool to do things and make decisions just because you see other people do it. Because the same results they get is going to be the same results that you're going to get. Life is hard. Life is difficult. But with information, life can become beautiful. There's no such thing as you're in a messed up position and that's how life is always going to be. Because a lot of times life changes in the blink of an eye. You could make one decision today that could set you up for the rest of your life. You could be living in bad circumstances right now, but you can make certain decisions that could set you up for the rest of your life. So this is just me just stopping by, you know, with a different kind of topic, with a different kind of flow. You know, if you appreciate the information, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you learned anything from this, share the information. Put it in the comment section. If you agree or you disagree, put it in the comment section, you know. And let's really start to challenge ourselves. You know, let's push ourselves to be the best possible us instead of just the us. Because if you still doing the same thing that you was doing 15 years ago or 20 years ago, you lost. Because nothing stays the same. Nothing is intended to stay the same. If you still in the same predicament that you was in 10 years ago or 15 years ago, that means something is not right. And if you do what you've been doing, you're going to get the same results that you've been had. So if you want something different, you got to be willing to do things different. And it's not anything astronomical, you know. It could be something as simple as accessing information, hooking up with the right people, putting to the side some of your toxic traits and attitudes. And most importantly, stop following other people and wanting to live the kind of life that they live. Their life makes sense for them. Their life may not make sense for you. Don't want to live in a mansion or a big house because you see other people live in a house when you don't even have no clue what comes along with that. Do you know what a mortgage is? Do you know how to pay your mortgage? Do you know what interest rates are? Do you know how much it costs to maintain that house? Do you know about property taxes? Are you ready to clean 10 bathrooms and 8 bedrooms? Are you ready to sweep and mop that entire house? Who are you going to share that house with? Who is going to help you keep that house up? Do you know anything about lawn care? Making the grass grow, cutting the grass, whether your grass going to be green, whether the grass going to be brown. If a storm hits and your house get damaged, are you going to have the right insurance to make sure that that's going to be taken care of, or are you going to have to come out of pocket with it? You want a $300,000 car. Do you know that you got killers and gorillas and robbers and everything out there that if they see you with a $300,000 car, they coming to get that? It's certain places you can't park that car because you park that car, you go about your business, you come back, that car is going to be gone. Those kind of cars is a liability. You cannot own a $300,000 car and be living in certain areas and certain environments. Don't want all of the jewelry that you see these rappers, you know, wearing, they flexing in their videos because they're not walking around the neighborhood. They're not walking around with that all day, every day. But you put that on and you think you're going to be chilling in your neighborhood. You looking like a whole meal ticket. So if you look at a lot of older dudes or that been in the streets or that been in the game for a while, A lot of them, they don't wear all of that jewelry and stuff like that because they don't want to draw certain kind of attention. So these are just a couple of examples, you know, that I want to share with you in terms of how being ignorant is not always the smartest and always the wisest thing. And this is not about being a preacher or a teacher. It's not about that. But it's about the fact that a lot of people don't realize the reason why they are behind in life and why they continue to stay behind in life is not because it's a conspiracy against them. You are the reason why you're in the predicament and dealing with the circumstances you are. Because you don't want to change certain things about yourself. You feel being ratchet is cool. You feel being toxic is cool. You feel being fake is cool. You feel being combative is cool. You feel like going against everybody in the whole world is cool. You think arguing with everybody that's trying to tell you something is cool. You think just because you have a mouth and you want to express yourself that it's cool for you to say whatever it is you want to say, whether it makes sense or not. Those are some of the traits and characteristics that people that's in business or that people that would help you get your life in order, this is why they stay away from you. Because when you're trying to be successful, it's certain things and certain people, certain attitudes you don't deal with. It's certain environments that you don't even go in. You would never see Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or Mark Zuckerberg and the hood social club, the hood grocery store, the hood barbershop. People with money and you know, but that's a totally different story. But you know, I just decided I wanted to pop in, you know, with this question, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to find out what's really good. Like I'm seeing, you know, even people that I know that been in the same predicament for years and years and years and years and years. And they think they so smart and they think they so slick and they think they got it all figured out. They running 100 miles an hour, standing still in the same predicament. No progress, and life is not moving forward for them. And they talk like they got it all figured out. When at the end of the day, they don't got a clue. They don't even realize they ignorant. So stay away from them kind of people. Learn something and you're going to earn something. You know, sometimes you just got to get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you just got to step out of certain environments. You got to believe in you, even if all odds is against you. Even if all odds is against you. Still believe in you. Still go forward. If your life is messed up already, and you know, what do you have to lose putting all your effort into doing and being something different? It's going to be better than what you got going on right now. But y'all don't hear me, though. But yeah, man. It's your boy Tyrone Hunter. I just want to know what's really good. You know, why people think, you know, that it's okay to be ignorant. If you want to be ignorant, if you want to be the same person you was 20, 30 years ago, no progress, then, you know, hey, that's what you want to do. But if you want to be something different, if you want to have more, you got to learn more. You got to understand more. If you want to be like successful people, you got to think like successful people. You got to get out of your mind. I'm me. This is how I am. This is what I do. And can't nobody tell me nothing. Okay. If you want to be that type, you're going to always be that type. And you ain't going to get too far in life. And that's for sure. But, man, yeah. Just wanted to come and kick it with my peoples, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you appreciate the content. Even if you don't appreciate the content, put it in the comment section. Because I want to hear what you guys say. If you ain't got nothing to say, don't say nothing. And I'm not expecting you to be like, oh, yeah, you know, he said the... I'm not expecting that. I'm just trying to give you some information. I'm just trying to give you a different way of thinking about things, saying things. Because some of the realest stuff out there, or the realest information, is not entertaining. But it make you think. Until next time, we out here. It's your boy Tyrone Hunter.